Hello there, and welcome to another gentle story time. Today, we have something truly special, a story about connection, understanding, and a little bit of quiet magic. This tale is for everyone, no matter your age. So find a cozy corner, maybe wrap yourself in a soft blanket, and let's begin. In a small town surrounded by whispering forests and misty hills, there lived a young person named Elian. Elian was deaf. He had never heard a bird's song or the wind rustling through the leaves, but he never felt like he was missing much. You see, Elian had a gift, a secret gift. He could read minds. No one knew. Not even his parents, who ran a tiny tea shop with ivy curling around its windows and the scent of cinnamon always lingering in the air. Elian helped out each day, moving through the town with quiet grace, always watching, always listening in a way no one understood. People often spoke kindly to Elian, but it was the thoughts behind their words that revealed everything. Some were sweet and true, others not so much, but Elian never judged. He simply observed. His favorite place was a wooden bench by the pond at the edge of the forest. The water shimmered like silver on sunny days, and tiny dragonflies flitted just above the surface. It was quiet, peaceful, the kind of place where you could think clearly, or listen clearly. One cloudy afternoon, while the sky wore a soft gray sweater and the breeze carried the scent of wet earth, Elian noticed someone new. A girl about his age was sitting across the pond, sketching in a notebook. Her name, he soon discovered, was Mira. But something about her was different. When Elian tried to listen to her thoughts, he heard nothing. Not silence, but rather a gentle stillness, like a fog over a lake. He tilted his head, curious, and just as he focused harder, he felt something. "Are you doing that too?" The voice appeared in his mind like a drop of warm tea, calm, surprised, and not his own. Elian sat up straight. His heart fluttered. Mira looked up and met his eyes. Then she smiled. "I thought I was the only one," she thought gently. And just like that, the world grew softer, fuller. Elian wasn't alone. From that day on, Elian and Mira met by the pond nearly every afternoon. They didn't need pen and paper or sign language. They spoke in the still, glowing quiet of thought. The town never knew, of course. To everyone else, they were just two quiet children who liked to sit under the willow trees and stare at the water. But in their minds, they shared everything. Mira told Elian how she always thought her mind was like a lonely house with all the doors locked. When she discovered her gift, she feared it would only make her feel more isolated, until she met him. They talked about the stars, about dreams, and favorite places to hide during rainstorms. Elian showed Mira the grove behind the tea shop, where wild mint grew and bees lazily buzzed between blossoms. Mira shared her drawings, not by showing them, but by projecting the images directly into Elian's thoughts. Her sketches were soft and dreamlike, just like their conversations. One afternoon, as birds hopped through the dew-dappled grass, Elian asked through thought, "Do you think there are more of us?" Mira considered, sending back an image of a lighthouse in the fog. "Maybe," she said, "but I think we found each other because we needed to. Maybe that's enough for now." They sat in silence. Not because they had nothing to say, but because some silences are the kind you want to wrap around yourself, like a favorite sweater. As days turned to weeks, their connection only deepened. They discovered they could share memories, two soft-edged moments like the warmth of a grandmother's hug, or the way sunlight felt on the first day of spring. It wasn't just thoughts anymore. It was feeling. The seasons began to shift. The leaves turned golden, then crisp. Elian and Mira still met each day, and the townsfolk simply smiled, pleased to see a friendship blooming. One morning, while mist curled through the trees and Elian poured tea for a regular customer, he felt something, a whisper in his mind. But not Mira. It was faint, flickering, someone far away, but with the same quiet echo. He turned to Mira later that day and told her. She nodded, eyes wide with wonder. "We should listen harder," she said, gently. "There might be others who feel alone, like we did." Together, they sat under the willow tree, letting their thoughts drift like petals on water. They didn't search. They invited. Kindness carried on the breeze. And just once, faintly, like a leaf brushing the surface of a pond, another mind brushed theirs. A smile curled on Elian's face. Mira grinned. They didn't speak. They didn't need to. The world was a little wider now, a little warmer, and they were not alone. Thank you for joining this gentle journey. If you enjoyed this peaceful tale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back soon for more cozy stories full of magic, connection, and quiet wonder. See you next time.